Local artist and ultramarathon open water swimmer Katie Pumphrey needs no introduction. Last June, she made history completing a 24-mile swim from the Bay Bridge to the Inner Harbor in under 14 hours. And she's doing it again. That's right, Katie Pumphrey is gearing up for her second Bay to Baltimore swim.
I will forever call this swim my love letter to Baltimore. It's also, I love this sport, and I hope to do this swim many, many times in my lifetime.
She'll be swimming on Tuesday, May 20th, weather permitting, starting around midnight. So while you're sleeping or scrolling on your phone, she'll be starting her day swimming in the dark.
I am starting a little earlier this year. So last year I started just after 3 a.m. This year I'm starting between midnight and 1 a.m. So it'll be a lot more hours in the dark, finishing hopefully between noon and 3. I train for cold water like the English Channel, so a cooler, upper 60s, low 70s. It might be, a little warmer than that. We'll see what the weather brings here, but a water temperature that's not in the 80s as it was last year is much more ideal. And hopefully we've picked the time of the month where the tide is going to be pushing me in towards the second half of the swim. I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of birds, a lot of cormorants out on the water. There's a lot of marine life out there, and the river otters in our Inner Harbor and the Tapsco have been making an appearance even more. So if I were to see a river otter during the swim, I think my heart would just explode. I have a lot of goals for a second Bay to Baltimore swim. A big one is to keep the momentum and the conversation going around a healthier harbor. 2024, we made history with 150 Baltimoreans jumping in the harbor for Waterfront Partnership's Harbor Splash. I made history as the first person to swim 24 miles into the harbor. It was a big year, but it was not a finish line. There's more work to do, and I want to keep championing the organizations that are doing the work to get there. I want to put Baltimore on the map for open water swimming, and open water swimmers in the harbor is going to become a more and more common thing to see, and that's worth celebrating.
In April, Pumphrey kicked off her 2025 swim season with a 6-hour swim in the harbor. That swim served as a qualifier for her third English Channel crossing that she'll swim in July.
It was a beautiful day. It was like the best sightseeing tour of the Inner Harbor with the greatest hits of historical vessels. So it was really a fun way to kick off the season. And I'm feeling great, feeling strong, very excited about a second Bay to Baltimore. Hey. How has life changed since the first Bay to Baltimore? I would say my life is very different in a wonderful, wonderful way. It's been wonderful telling the story of my Bay to Baltimore swim. And I've had the opportunity to speak at dozens of schools. I was able to throw out the first pitch to the Orioles game. I mean, just some wonderful experiences since then. I've high-fived probably hundreds of Baltimoreans, so it has been amazing. Yay!